For over 5,000 years, they have watched us. The pyramids, the temples, the colossal statues carved from living stone. We call it ancient Egypt, but the deeper we look, the less ancient it feels. Perfect astronomical alignments, mathematical precision that rivals modern engineering, mummification techniques still studied today, and texts that speak of the soul traveling among the stars. Were they simply a Bronze Age civilization, or custodians of knowledge we have barely begun to understand? Why do so many of their greatest monuments still defy explanation? Why do hidden chambers continue to appear in modern scans? And why does so much of their knowledge seem deliberately encoded? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Echoes of History, where lost voices of the past finally get to speak. Tonight, we journey into the deepest secrets of ancient Egypt. Not the tourist version, not the textbook summary, but the mysteries that still challenge historians, engineers, and archaeologists today. Because Egypt did not just build monuments, they built questions. And some of those questions remain unanswered. When people see the Great Pyramid of Giza, they see size. But experts see something more disturbing: precision. Each stone block weighs between 2 and 70 tons, cut with accuracy so fine that even modern blades struggle to replicate the tight joints. The base of the Great Pyramid is level within a fraction of an inch across 13 acres. That is not primitive construction. That is advanced surveying. But how? Copper tools were supposedly used, yet copper is softer than the granite they shaped. Granite from Aswan was transported over 500 miles. How were 70-ton blocks lifted over 400 feet into the air? Ramps? No definitive ramp remains have ever been found capable of explaining the scale. Internal spiral ramps have been proposed. Counterweight systems suggested, but none fully account for the precision. Then there is alignment. The Great Pyramid aligns almost perfectly to true north. Not magnetic north, true north, with an error of only 0.05 degrees. How did they measure that 4,500 years ago? The secret may lie in the stars. The pyramids mirror the belt stars of Orion. The shafts inside the Great Pyramid align with Orion and Sirius, sacred to Osiris and Isis. This was not random architecture. It was cosmic architecture, which raises a deeper question. Were the pyramids tombs or machines of belief? Symbolic gateways, astronomical markers? And if they encoded celestial knowledge into stone, what else did they encode? Because the pyramids were only the beginning. Ancient Egypt did not fear death. They engineered it. They mapped it. They prepared for it with obsessive precision. Mummification was not simply preservation, it was transformation. The heart was left in place, believed to be the seat of consciousness. The brain was removed, organs preserved in canopic jars, resins, oils, natron salts, chemicals carefully selected. Why such complexity? Because they believed the soul had multiple parts. Ka, Ba, Ah. The physical body was only one layer. The tomb was not just a grave, it was a portal. The book of the dead was not a book of death. It was a guidebook for navigating the afterlife. Spells, passwords, instructions for passing judgment. The weighing of the heart against the feather of Maat. Truth, balance. If your heart was heavy with wrongdoing, it would be devoured by Amit. But if pure, you would join the field of reeds, a perfected version of Earth. Notice something. Their afterlife was structured, organized, governed by cosmic law. This suggests philosophical depth rarely acknowledged. Egypt was not obsessed with death. They were obsessed with continuity, with eternity. and perhaps with transcendence, which may explain something else. Why many temples resemble power structures, acoustic resonance chambers, dark sanctuaries aligned with solstices, light entering inner chambers only on specific days of the year. Were these simply religious rituals or controlled spiritual experiences? Because at Abu Simbel, sunlight penetrates deep into the sanctuary only twice a year, illuminating statues of gods. Engineering? Yes, but also precision astronomy. Again and again, we see encoded knowledge, which leads to the final secret, perhaps the most controversial of all. Egypt did not emerge from nowhere. Before the pyramids of Giza, there were earlier dynasties. Before those, pre-dynastic cultures. But something happened around 3100 BCE. Sudden unification, sudden architectural advancement, sudden symbolic sophistication. Writing systems appeared, hieroglyphs fully formed, complex religion already structured. It feels accelerated. Some scholars argue gradual development. Others admit the leap is unusual. Then there are the hidden chambers, the void discovered inside the Great Pyramid in 2017, unexplored spaces, sealed shafts, unfinished corridors. Why seal knowledge in stone? Was it protection or preservation? Libraries like Alexandria later burned. Knowledge vanished. What if Egypt encoded its wisdom in architecture to survive destruction? Because stone endures where scrolls do not. And the pyramids endure, still standing, still aligned, still refusing to surrender all their secrets. Perhaps the greatest secret of ancient Egypt is that we have only uncovered the surface, not because they were primitive, but because they were precise, intentional, strategic. They built for eternity, and eternity has not yet revealed everything. Thank you for joining Echoes of History, where lost voices of the past finally get to speak.